All right, Cole, we are live.
Why, hello.
Hello.
How
How
are
are
you?
you doing?
I'm doing good. It's
Good.
good to see you again.
I know it's been it's been about a year since we've seen each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
which is kind of weird because we used to see each other quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when I think back about everything. You've been pretty much from day one that I started in Alberta. You were there.
Weird. Which is weird.
Yeah. And then if I think about that now, that's 2005 is when I really started to.
Shut up. It has not
Yeah.
been 15 years.
Yeah. So I started at the what was it? Cowboys Rising Star competition, and I played Dust on the Bottle, and I
I
got second. I got
second.
second.
Well, yeah,
I never won. I
second is
never won
pretty
that one.
damn good.
Yeah, I got a lot
Sometimes
of
it's
seconds.
better to come in second.
Yeah, I've had a lot of seconds. I have a lot of seconds, but it's turned out pretty good. I think it's turned out pretty
It
good.
has.
Yeah.
It has. So right now we're doing good. You're feeling good right now?
Yeah, you know what? Right now, I can say, selfishly, this slowdown with COVID has made it. It's been a very beneficial experience for me, and hopefully we can get into that. I got to slow down a little bit and rediscover kind of where I was and who I am, and there was. It's a long road, and especially some people that are watching this or will watch it. Last 2 years ago, I think, is when I made the sudden step away from music. And this is all kind of part of it. But right now, I'm feeling this is probably the best I have felt in I'm going to say about 2 to 3 years at this moment. So I feel pretty good.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. We were talking before. I will pop this one on. Brenda has been saying, "Hey Cole," and glad to see you're back.
Oh, hi Brenda. Why, thank you.
She was saying before she had commented on something. I love this guy. He's so amazing.
Oh, thank you, thank you, Brenda. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll hopefully we'll see you again. See you guys soon. We'll go to
Yeah. Yeah, it's always beautiful out there. We were just talking to Doug about a week ago. They were talking about.
Where is it? How do I get this on the screen?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's my island shirt. I am a huge fan of Vancouver Island. I went there once and I stepped on that island and I was like, this is it.
I can't picture you as an island person though. Like that just doesn't.
Well, yeah. Well, if you think of me like running a ship, yeah, no, that's not. It's not a thing. But
that's a scary mental picture.
that thing would sink so quick.
But
for me, it's I like to be very private, and the thing about it, and I grew up in Ontario, and I love the environment I grew up in Ontario, and it kind of has that resemblance to me, but with mountains and ocean. So it's very relaxing there. It was very calming for me. So that's where I just found kind of peace at that place. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So people are wondering what happened a couple years ago, Cole.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. All right. So
I know this is a big one.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a longer journey. I don't know. What do you think? Should I just tell from the start then how it got there, or just what do you think?
We don't have a time limit, so whatever you are comfortable with.
Sure. So
you have to do it in 3 seconds.
Oh, and thank you for joining. It started back when I was really young. I was in. It's crazy to say that, but I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, and with my now wife at the time, Courtney. I was just moving a piece of furniture, a very light piece of furniture, from downstairs to upstairs, and the thing was probably about 10 pounds. And but that by the time I got to the top of those stairs, I could barely breathe. My heart rate was so high that it was actually like moving my shirt, and I had to sit down. And it didn't come down for a while. So I ended up going to the doctor. And hey, the typical question for a young guy is how many Red Bulls you have. And I've never, I had the Red Bull here and there, but not that particular day. So it was nothing really. And my resting heart rate was sitting at 118. So that's for anybody out there, that's well above average. So it did fluctuate back and forth. They did a bunch of testing. I ended up with a thyroid thing called Graves' disease in my thyroid, which was what they believed was causing the racing heart rate, which is a logical step.
Yeah.
So that was all great and dandy. The Graves' disease, actually, after seeing some specialists, let's say went into a better word, hiding remission, that type of thing. It didn't really have any symptoms until I was 30. When I remember this clearly, I was on the couch with my wife watching one of my favorite TV shows, is Supernatural. And I just remember looking at her going, I don't feel good. And I woke up later and with her giving me CPR. So I snapped back into it. I snapped right back into it and came to it. And first thing I said is, what the F are you doing? I don't want to say that. say that.
We may have some on-filter comments, just so you guys know. Words may slip out. It's all good.
I'm trying not to, but I happen to have a potty mouth at times. So, and I was just really thirsty. All I wanted was a drink. So, being a typical man, get out of my way. I'm fine. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the kitchen, which is 10 steps away, to get a glass of water. And I didn't make it 4. And this time I woke up and the ambulance was there. And they flat out said, do you have any heart issues? And at a 30-year-old, I went, I call those OF moments. Again, I'll take that, OF moments. So ended up that my heart actually paused. It didn't stop, but it did go into AFib. Which we could contribute back to my thyroid stuff. So that's kind of what they were thinking. But if, we weren't really putting 2 and 2 together. And then when I was 32, I started getting pains in my stomach that were consistent and all day. And I still have them to this day, that I have to struggle with them. I didn't know what they were, but all day, every single day is pains. And sometimes it's hard to eat. Sometimes it's hard to drink some foods. And, it's very similar to gallbladder pain. If anybody's had that, similar to that. But not as intense. It's just consistent 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So again, that was coming back to, you're under stress, work out, get your diet, all of that. Then came about 2 years ago. And what happened with 2 years ago was, in the starting of that year, sorry, you can probably hear my dogs barking. In the start of that year, I was going to go do an acoustic show. And leading up to it, I kind of woodshed. I practiced a little bit. Some songs I've played so much you don't have to, but some you do. And I couldn't hardly sing. And I couldn't explain why. It was the muscles in my neck were so tight around my vocal cords. It didn't allow me to have any range. So I did the show, but I did the show basically screaming through tense muscles, which then caused obviously significant irritation and damage and stuff. Like you would say, I was doing a 3-hour acoustic show by myself. So, but that got worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where I couldn't even sing my single half the bottle. No matter how low I made it, I just couldn't hit the notes in it. And, that's not me. I've always had a powerful voice. I've always been good at notes. I've gotten better. I take pride in it. So, then that July, we were leading up to Boots and Hearts. I just got back from out east doing Canada Music Week, did some showcases there. I think it was the Project Wild I was in. And then my body just started physically shutting down, like, emotionally. This is every day getting up. I'd sit and cry, and that would be my thing. And I just couldn't get anything to go. Right. I always say it like this. It's like if you have a sports car and you have an accelerator and you're so used to pressing that accelerator down and the sports car goes. Sports car didn't go, and it didn't. And I'm not saying I'm a sports car. I'm more like I don't know. Like I don't know what this is.
You're that old truck, Civic. Right?
I'm an old Civic. Yeah,
something like that.
Great car, but but and it just, I couldn't do it. And it started turning into me being very mean to my wife, mean to my kids, mean to my family, and to the point where I wasn't me anymore. Somebody would, phone me, and I would snap. It simply snap for no reason. So it's been a long road to that. But what shut me down was that it was a July morning, and I woke up and I was shaking, physically shaking, and crying uncontrollably. I got the strength to get to work, and I just collapsed on my desk and ended up crying for a couple hours. And it was at that time that my wife stepped in and said, "Okay, I think this is a good sign here." that you probably need to let's take a step back. And that's when about 2 weeks later, everybody saw the announcement that I had to step back.
Yeah, and you recognized, and Courtney recognized, that it was time for you to just kind of, you know what, we need to step back. You need to do something. So what were the next steps that you took after that, Cole?
Yeah, the first thing is, and so just to kind of go back a little bit, what we eventually learned is that all of those health things, when you go back and blame it on the thyroid and the racing heart and all of that, is from deep stress and anxiety. That's 100% what I know now is what it is. My heart changed rhythm into AFib over stress and anxiety. So the first thing is to go, holy crap, stress and anxiety can do a lot. It can do a lot to a lot of different people. And for me, burning the candle at all six ends at that time, working full time, kids, husband, all of that, musician. I reached out for help. I had to. I reached out to a psychologist in Red Deer. And that began my journey with psychology. Yeah.
Well, it's amazing that you were actually able to recognize and to do that. It is a huge step to be able to.
Well, thank you.
So we were talking before this. What are some of the things that you noticed were like triggers or like little things that were happening to you physically that you didn't click into before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And good question. That was one of the things when I stepped back after the music and everything was going, which again was to anybody out there that was going to Boots and Hearts and going to Big Valley and all those places I was playing. I didn't make that decision lightly. 99.9% of the time, I give everything I can to every performance, but my body, just wouldn't allow me then. But it's so hard. It's so hard to think back on all this stuff and go. Seeking out to the psychologist, getting some breathing techniques, calming my body down to the point where I could start to recognize symbols things that my body would do. So one of the things I realized very quickly was sweating on my forehead and on my nose. So, and it could be anything. I could get up in the morning and I drop the plate, and it's, hey, no, I dropped the plate going on the day. It's like, sweat starts going, that's a trigger right there. That's step one. You stop, I walk away and I start doing my breathing techniques. So now I physically have to step away and I do my breathing. So I take deep breaths in, hold it, deep breaths out until I can get to a calm state to handle it. That was kind of the first thing to do. But when I'm too far down the line, it comes back the same. It's the anger, it's the being short with my friends and family and coworkers, and not giving my all, not being trustworthy because I'm mentally stuck in this dark room that I get stuck in. So but that's sweat. That's, for me personally, that was the trigger right here and right here in my nose. Okay, something's happening. So
what's going on.
Yeah.
So now that you've recognized these, you're doing better. We're feeling good now.
Yeah.
Better. Not
better.
fully. It's never something that's going to be like, okay, it's gone.
Yeah. And this isn't something that I dealt with, just popped in my mid-30s. Like this is or mid-20s, my apologies. But I've dealt with this pretty much all my life. And I didn't think about it until I got the knowledge to know that I'm going to battle with this for the rest of my life, no matter what medication they put you on, or how much exercise you do, or how much money you make, or how many stages I play, or anything along those lines.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because the mind doesn't. That's great, no. It's momentary happiness.
Yeah.
But when you go home, that's the tough part, right?
Absolutely. You figured it out. So now, what's next music-wise, Cole? You said that some stuff may be in the works.
Yeah.
Are we looking at coming back a bit?
Yeah, there is the song. Sorry, I'm having trouble here, but there's the song is written for my next single. So I can tell you that right now that the song is written. It is. We will be going once kind of this COVID situation figures out when we can get back opened up and get into the studios and get everything that running. But we're looking at probably recording that single in late fall, and then we'll see release date, but probably early next spring. But the song is ready to go, and it is happening.
Excited.
So yes, I'm very excited because
I cannot wait.
And this is going to be, if people look at my music that I put out so far, and the funny thing is that I've been around a really long time, but I haven't put out a lot of stuff. And that was done purposely. I did that with reason. But if you look at the 2 singles I released, Half the Bottle compared to Next to Me, night and day. They're completely night and day. Right?
Yeah.
That was done purposely. Let's test the waters and see. This is a snappy, poppy kind of country tune, and the Half the Bottle is dark, ominous, and well, guess what? Half the Bottle works much better with who I am. So if the newer song is heavy, it's really heavy. I'm going to say that. Is it country? I don't know. I don't know. But part of my journey now is I'm not going into this writing for any particular genre, radio. I'm just writing the best frickin' song I can write, and I think right now, from the feedback I've heard, is probably one of the better ones I've written. So,
you know what? And this is a conversation we had last week when we were chatting.
Yeah.
You aren't really. You've got a country sound, but you're not really country.
Yeah.
You're kind of your own brand.
Yeah, which is great and sucks all at the same time. So, but I've always done that. When I even started playing music, playing guitar and learning, I didn't take lessons growing up. I just liked Nirvana, grabbed a guitar and tried to sound like Kurt Cobain. So I just learned my own style. And all through when my band's growing up, we just played our own styles, and it was fun, and music was awesome, and we were writing. It was a good time. But then when you start getting in the industry, everybody starts to try to change your style because certain styles make more money. Right. So you can see that progression of me trying to get back and forth into the industry of country, where it's like, okay, he's coming in, you're a little heavy, or you're a little more aggressive than what's happening right now. Yeah. So you know what? That's fine. It's completely fine. So what you're going to see is music just being released by me, Cole Malone, and it's going to be right from rock to country to whatever I write that I feel is a good song that I want people to hear.
It's your own flavor. It's your own style. And that's the thing is we were saying about artists and like always what's the advice you can give an artist? And it's it's always be yourself. But the thing is, you've got to find yourself. So have you found yourself more so now, Cole?
Yeah, I think so. I think I found myself more now, and not being afraid to be myself. And that's the other thing too. And you know what I mean? You can go into those rooms where it can be really intimidating with the people you're around, and you know that some of these players in the industry can change your lives and do all this stuff. So you change.
Okay, wait, what was that? You totally went alien on me.
Yeah, I didn't say any words because I didn't want to get in trouble. But it's kind of like, you're a little bit of you change your personality to kiss some butts. How does that sound? Okay.
Absolutely.
That drives me bonkers. I hate that so much. So almost you go into these rooms and you're like, oh, hey, music guy and music woman, A, B, and C. Oh, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And I didn't feel leaving those conversations. They knew who I was, right? No. And it's because I wasn't being me. And it was, I had all these people around me, and you can attest. I've had people my whole career around me go, hey, you're really talented. You're awesome. You can do all this, but you just need to change this. Oh yeah, change this. Oh yeah. Don't you need to change that though, but change this. And no. I'm good as what I do. I can build and learn and grow myself. And those outside opinions, thank you. That's wonderful. But come on stage and do what I do, and then I will sit down and have a conversation with you. So it's just letting those things to go. Some things don't really matter. It's like a belly button. Everybody has an opinion, right? So
exactly.
I took a lot of that really to heart, and over time, it just kills you, wears you down. So yeah.
I was talking to Kimberly Dawn yesterday, and that's kind of what she was saying is, as an artist, like females have it very difficult as well. It's always one of those things that you're told this industry it's a mental mind game on all aspects, because you're told no so much more than you're told yes.
Oh yeah, constantly. constantly. And that is one of the biggest challenges is, if I look back on from when I started when I was in my teens, like 13, 14 years old, playing stages. And the amount of times that you're told no before you're ever told yes, it's amazing how anybody has the strength to go on. But the biggest thing about it is that you found, if you have that love, you found your purpose, and your purpose is, and that's something we talked about too, is my purpose was finding my purpose. And you got to let everything else go and just play music, because that's what's important. And but no's are a lot. I can tell you.
You do. You hear it. You hear no so many times, and there's so many doors that are slammed in your face in this industry.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of comments coming in. I'm not going to pop them all up on the screen, but everyone is saying that they're very proud of you right now, Cole, and I am, for sharing your story and sharing everything, and being so open about it.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the part of my healing and growth is to just to be open and truthful with people that obviously with stuff that I can't be, right? But
well, yeah. Now you said your purpose is to play music. Now I know everyone's saying I want to hear the song, I want to hear the new single, I want to hear that, but I know you're not going to.
No, sorry. No, so here's the deal. So the song has been written, and chances are, if you've seen me play in the last year with any of my acoustic shows that I've done, very private stuff, you've heard it. But what I will say is that this is a project that is very near and dear to my heart. And what I don't want is I don't want it to get out and have anybody have any preconceived notions of what the single is from the start to what it is going to be as a final product. I'm not going into this single with a small budget. You guys are going to get the best single that I've ever put out in my life. Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Okay, yeah. You won't play the new single, fine, whatever. But how do you feel about playing something for us?
Yeah, I can do that. Don't mind me, because as I'm breaking my guitar.
Please don't break it.
So I did practice a little bit on this song. Little disclaimer, if I could put this out, is that I have a really crap memory. So if anybody ever comes to my shows and everything, they're like, why is he always with an iPad? My memory is crap. Okay. So I just own it now. It used to be, I tried to hide it. And now I was born with a crap memory. So this song I wrote probably about.
There we go. We've got the disclaimer for you.
Yes. That's fantastic. This just in, Cole has a crap memory. So this is a song that I wrote when I was writing for Next to Me. That didn't make the cut. It's called Ain't No Way She's Coming Back. She got one foot out the door, says she can't take it anymore. Nothing left worth fighting for, ain't no way she come back. Always seem to have another chance, good night kiss never had to ask. This old train's gone off the track, ain't no way she come back. I blame myself for all the ways that we went wrong. No, it's on my fault if she wants to get gone. Gonna like hell when it hits me in the morning. Ain't no way that she's coming back. Ain't no way that she's coming back. Some days you got money in the bank, some days you got sugar in your tank. I missed her too little, too late. Ain't no way she come back. Heard a song on the radio dial, picture her in that pretty little smile. Miss that girl by country mile. Ain't no way she coming back. I blame myself for all the ways that we went wrong. No, it's on my fault that she wants to get gone. Gonna hurt like hell when it hits me in the morning. Ain't no way that she's coming back. Ain't no way that she's coming back. too little too late, but I've been keeping the faith that she's gonna come on back home. Just one more chance to right my wrongs. But there ain't no way that she's coming back. Ain't no way that she's coming back. Ain't no way that she's coming back. I blame myself for all the ways that we went wrong. I know it's all my fault that she wants to get gone. It's gonna hurt like hell when it hits me in the morning. Ain't no way that she's coming back. Ain't no way that she's coming back. Ain't no way that she's coming back.
I like that. You
Thank
could
you.
totally rock that up, like in studio.
Oh yeah, that might be a plan, huh?
Huh?
That's not
Maybe.
the one, though.
No. Do you know what about your whole Cole's crap memory thing? Mary Ray says a lot of singers use an iPad, especially when you're doing song requests.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you're definitely not the only one.
Thank you for that. Thank you for
And Wade likes that you're changing it up a bit.
Oh, thanks, Wade. Thank you.
The troublemaker.
I know, right? And again, it's kind of funny. If there's anybody from where I grew up back in Perth, I hated country music. When I was a rock, when I was into rock, it was like Nirvana, Metallica, Silverchair, all those bands at that day. Garth Brooks, okay, go away. But when I moved out west and started playing country, a lot of people back home started writing me, and they were like, "Are you drunk? What's you never played country? You never played country." And I was like, "Well, come see what I do."
Well, it's country, but it's like we said, it's your own brand of country. Because country has like so many different faces. It's not just like it's this one thing. There's so many different faces to it.
Yeah, and a big one was going to Canada Music Week and talking to, like some of the bigger producers that produce like the big artists and all that. Them giving you feedback on what they think of you and all that was pretty eye-opening, especially with what Wade said there. Is I'm glad to see you're changing style.
Yep.
That's pretty much been the feedback from every grant, every person I've talked to is you need to stick true to your rocks, not rock roots, right? Country's going to come out because I sound country, but it stay true to rock. Yeah.
Well, Brenda is telling us that she is a metalhead living in the country world.
I love it. I know. She's got Metallica. I love it.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And Mike is saying the same thing. I hear you, man, didn't like country before.
Oh, you see?
But then he started dating me, so he had to kind of turn into the country world a little bit.
And you know what's crazy is I've never been one to talk about a lot of what I listen to. And I get that a little bit, especially, what are you listening to? And my answer is 99% of the time, not music. And it seems crazy. It seems absolutely crazy. But I just really didn't enjoy. It didn't bring me any joy what I was listening to anymore. So I stepped back. Yeah.
So are you like listening to the news channels in the car, like the Comedy Network?
No. One and only thing. And if there's any, which way do I go here? This way? See that?
Other way.
Other way? No.
Oh, that's what you're trying. I get you now.
That's what I listen to. Die-hard Sens fan. Live and breathe Ottawa Sens. If there's any people from Ottawa,
I was going to say there's going to be some fighting comments in this.
That's okay. I've loved them from day one. This is just a small fraction of my love. My wife, she thinks I'm nuts.
She's not wrong.
So do a lot of people right now. Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Yeah. But if there's anybody from the Ottawa Senators listening, you could just reach out. We'll give you the contacts. I'll gladly come.
Absolutely. You can be their new anthem singer.
I hands down. Yeah.
Done.
I love it.
So Cole, this whole self-isolation, you said it's been really good to be able to take like that step back and whatnot.
Yeah.
You were setting up your lighting. We were talking a little bit earlier. You were saying there's something that you and your youngest do that you guys like dance fight.
Well, okay.
What the hell is dance fighting?
Well, it's a cross between what Kevin Bacon did in Footloose and Michael Jackson moves. That's what it is.
We're going to give you full screen to kind of demonstrate this a little bit yourself.
Well, I can't because I got shorts on. But
okay.
Well, maybe I was just see if you can see it. Wait. So it's a lot of like, a lot of like that, right? And you do like the kick out, So I don't want to pull a muscle on YouTube. But so
Yeah,
my youngest, my youngest Connor is a massive music fan.
Okay.
Hands down, loves, breathes, does everything in it. And if you can see all the videos I have of him, of hours of playing guitar, to John Party, to Metallica, and now a lot of Michael Jackson. And I mean, all over and over and over again. And the wonderful thing about our world now is on YouTube is there's games all about Michael Jackson. So he can play games on Michael Jackson, watch videos on Michael Jackson. So we just pretty much listen to all Michael Jackson, to the point where when we pretend to fight bad guys now, we do Michael Jackson's dance moves all around the house instead of actually pretending to fight.
Please have Courtney video that and post it on your social media, because I do think that would be kind of amazing to see. I think it would be hilarious, personally.
He's amazing. He's got moves like he's got it right down. I know
you don't.
If you've ever seen me on stage, I have one move, and that is to rock back and forth on my hips. That's it. I just go with the rhythm. That's all I got.
Yeah.
No.
You got nothing. You are definitely the stereotypical white boy dancing.
I'm the singer. I don't move. I try not to move. I just sing.
Yeah. So what else has been keeping you busy in self-isolation, Cole?
I got 2 young kids, so taking care of them, making sure that they get what they need to get through school and that type of idea, which that's been fun. It's been great. I still work full time. I work full time from home now in my home office, which I'm sitting in now. So I do health and safety for companies. So that's been busy, you could say. But right now too, is my wife works for the RCMP, so I just make sure that she's supported, that she can get back out there and help make sure the frontline workers and everybody are taken care of. So just trying to keep the house, everything ready to go for when when society comes back out of this, which we will.
Yeah, and we will. Who knows when, but we will.
And that's the thing. Like, I know there's festivals right now, like in conversation, that there's places already looking at to late this year to early next year booking again. So we'll just see how the summer goes. But guys out there, if you want to hear live music with like a whole bunch of people, is just really stop the spread. Let's just stop it. That way we can get together and play music and rock and roll.
I know artists like Cole, they're itching to get back out there. They're itching to go play. So just stay home for now, so that we can hopefully next spring, summer, all get together for more concerts.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And but when on the music side, I'm writing. This is I'm prepared for 2 singles. I'm ready for 2 singles. I am just trying to write the second single. That one that you heard that I wrote with Dan it might be. It's but I want to get about 10 to 12 songs written. Because to follow up, I think the first single is going to be could be a challenge. So, and again,
from everything you've hyped it up to be, I'm thinking it is going to be a tough one to follow up.
It's a good one. I'm telling you.
I'm excited. I'm intrigued. And
that's part of the deal. And so, and what people are going to start seeing is and I did this purposely, is when I stepped away from social media, or stepped away 2 years ago, I stepped away from social media. And that was done purposely. And again, I wasn't trying to just kind of cut everybody cold, but the last thing I needed was all those requests and comments and all that stuff coming in. So you will start seeing my social media opening up again, kind of slowly over the bit here once I get rolling. You may see snippets of the song, but I'm for sure you will see some behind the scenes stuff of me in the studio. You will see all that stuff. Absolutely.
Good. I cannot wait. So for fans who want to head over and start following you now on social media, where can they head to?
Cole Malone Music, and that it's on Facebook or on Instagram. Just Cole Malone Music. You can like and follow me. And I'll try to make sure I'm giving lots of good content. One of the big things for me is I'm gonna pass along what I do daily or weekly to stay successful with mental health and stay strong. And for me, I can't let off the accelerator. It is what it is for me. So, if anybody wants to reach out to those my media sites, and by all means, I'm willing to talk to people.
Yeah, absolutely. Send Cole a private message. And he was saying that when we were talking about this last week, send him a message if you guys want to chat with him. He's a pretty good guy to chat with. So
yeah, I'm a little weird and crazy, but that's kind of how musicians are supposed to be, I think, right? Yeah. It's one of those things that I think if with myself, with what I do with the Cole Malone brand, I guess you could say, with my best buddies in Kickson, we have that the cover band thing that we do. We do a lot of rodeos and all that. You come out and watch our shows, hopefully when this stuff gets back out, and I'm telling you, these are going to be some of the best shows you're going to see, because this is the best I've been. So
I cannot wait.
I can't wait for this to get started. Jerry, my sidekick, my partner in crime, probably right down in Calgary right now, working on some beats to the song that has been written. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Cannot wait. Thank you so much, Cole, for opening up and for chatting today.
Thank you.
It has been amazing, and hopefully this has helped some people as well.
Yeah, and I hope so. It's it's a very short and condensed version of the story. There is a lot more, the day-to-day struggles. But again, anybody that wants to reach out, just private message me through Instagram and through Facebook, and I'll respond, and let's have a conversation.
Yeah,
and
awesome. So
go ahead.
So guys, make sure you guys head over, follow Cole on his socials, Cole Malone Music, and make sure you follow Stars Point Media while you're at it. I'm hoping to be back next week. We'll see. I got sent back to my day job, so these will be coming back. It's just time's going to change a bit.
But you know what? That's a good thing. It's a great thing to hear. Unfortunately,
it
isn't a daily thing.
It is a good thing. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but thank you so much for giving opportunities to artists like myself to do this. It's
absolutely
a platform that is unfortunately you don't make a whole lot of money off of, but you've supported so many people.
Nope.
Right, and that's the thing that's crazy about music is there's so many people that go into you hearing my name once. So thank you to you guys for everything you've done for me. I appreciate it.
Of course. I'm gonna do this.